King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, I need y'all to go follow my Instagram at King Earner official page. I want to say this, and I want to say this to everybody nice and clearly. Good Brothers Home Care is providing the best home care worldwide. I suggest you go follow them right now on Instagram. Good Brother Home Care on Instagram. Go follow them. Go follow King Earner official page. Go through my following. You will see me following them and them following me. Make sure you sign your folks up, and make sure if you don't have a job, you get in contact with us ASAP. Now, I wanted to go ahead and speak on something today I've seen online, and I hate seeing it. I hate when I see family members bickering and beefing and going back and forth over social media, because if you've ever been in that type of thing, you'll see that no one wins. It's always a lose-lose situation. Now, some will say, Boosie, hey, listen, he gonna win because he the one got the bag, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, there are other family members that is attached to this guy. And I don't want to even say the kid name. His name doesn't warrant to be speaking on. You know, I don't have a reason to. A thief, this type of thief, by now, everybody in four corners of this world, this earth, understand who he is. Now, it's going to be two parts to this, because I got to keep it 100,000% solid. I can't go on dishonor here. I have to carry it with honor. If I don't carry it with honor, y'all know the circle of honor, we ain't going to carry it at all. Now, I feel as though this guy's a crumb. I do. I seen a video with him online speaking and him going back and forth with Boosie. Yeah, it was only this amount and we licked the ball and the ball. Now, with everybody might not understand what's going on when he say, man, it was a lick. If I'm your family, you're supposed to ride with him. What Boosie cousin is trying to say, what he's trying to make solid is, listen, it was a lick. You know, it involved your name and I didn't send nothing home, but it was a lick, ride with me. And I gotta say to him, homeboy, that's just not how it goes. Like, okay, let's say that he was okay with the lick. You mean to tell me you ain't even sent nothing up top to him to say, here, you know, the crumb, this, that, and the third, it could have been a Rizat or something, somebody of dishonor, and you say, you know what, I'm keeping the coin. But at the end of the day, that's why we cannot bring the streets into business. Because at the end of the day, when someone hits a star or someone that's a celebrity or comedian, things of this nature, for any type of appearance or any type of feature, this on record. And if he has people that's behind him that's doing it correct, and they got you lined up as a person that do business for this star or this person who is, you know, in position, then guess what? They're going to still be held accountable. And then by going by the streets, if the person was solid, it's like, nah, homeboy, you still got to honor that because I gave up the dime. So either give me the verse or give me my dime back out of respect. And that's what I think Boosie is more or less like, damn, how could I ever put myself in a position to have a family member around me that is going out catching earns? Now, I'm gonna give y'all this. Individuals who are in the streets that actually been in the streets, you know how to make an earn three-way. You see what I'm saying? You know how to jump in the middle of something. You know what I'm saying? And say, damn, I'm going to put a tag on it. Boosie, his verses might be at 50. I'm going to put a dime on it and say 60. Now, people do that. There's no honor in it. It's bad for business. But a price is a price. And if that person that you're, you know, doing a three-way earn for that is in position, that does have a business, or that is a musician, or whatever the case may be, they should let you make your bread. Correct. 1,000. I agree to that part. But I don't agree when things ain't going correctly, you feel as though you're going to create your own earn and put the streets and mix in what's going on. Because what ends up happening is street behavior comes a part of it. Now you got everybody banging out about $10 when this is $1 million guy. And if he's $1 million guy, you should be at least $100,000 guy. Come on, I would rather you be $1 million guy. But everybody can't be the $1 million guy. So if you're $100,000 guy, you're earning too. And we really can't tell a separator who's really getting the bag because guess what? You know how to be humble and say, hey, let me tuck. I can't play big dog right now, but I have a big dog mindset, so I'm going to tuck, tuck, tuck. A lot of people I haven't really been in that type of position where I have someone give me something. You know, when they're the boss and they say, yo, things are in play, carry it the way you need to carry it. I haven't had that. Now, I did have AR Ad who had features, and he was so solid about his features. You didn't have to scorch off or run off with the coin, because he'll tell you, go ahead and catch the extra earn off of it and give me a couple grand off of it. See, that's the honor in it. When you're dealing with family members sometime, your just due payment may not be the just due payment you're supposed to get, because maybe little cousin done something he wasn't supposed to do. Or maybe it's like, damn, I got to keep testing him because I don't know how he may carry it. He may turn his back on me. He a little rough still around the edges. He in the streets. Like, how can I trust this individual? And boom, there it is. A year later, $10,000 come up missing. And it's like, you ain't even kick up to say honor. Now, homeboy, how can you be mad at Boosie? This was going to be a 2-part joint. But now as I'm talking, I'm covering it from all different angles. Homeboy, you can't be mad at Boosie. You didn't even kick a coin up top. Then you're doing street business. You're running it off like it's a brick. You act like you ran off on a plug with $10. Come on, you could have made 10,000, 100 times more being under that artist. Listen to me. I understand. Oh man, you know, he get more money than us. He don't get, yo, when that man make his check, he doesn't have to give you a coin. He doesn't have to give you a dollar, a dime, a red cent. Now, if you have a position and you're not just standing around, it's different. It's like a little bit more, you know, that you gotta, it's just different, man. It's not the streets. You can't run off, homeboy. Now, I don't know Boosie, but I'm gonna say this to you, Boosie. Never allow yourself to be bit by a snake twice. Some don't come back from a snake bite. A lot of people do not come back from a snake bite. It's usually venom, poison, it's deadly, right? This wasn't a deadly situation. But you have to look at it and say, is it because he's that extra hungry? Have I been having him on a leash that long where it's though, stay still, I got you, stay still, I got you. And it's like, damn, I really didn't get to him. Or I've been giving you opportunities. Maybe not the opportunities that some would want. I'm not giving you $1 million right here. I'm not giving you 100,000. I'm not giving you even 10,000. I'm letting you earn like a job. And at the end of the day, if I'm letting you earn like a job, you got to carry it with respect and class and carry it like a job. That's no longer my cousin at the time we're working. After work, it's like, what's up, cuz? And I guarantee you, cousin respects you, because you know why? Some of the people he might have that has him, he'd rather not give that earn to. He'd rather be on a tip like, I'm not on that vibe. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I don't want to really pay them, but they're doing the job correctly. But if you can show him that you can do their job 100 times better, then you can come to him and say, hey, listen, brother, cousin, can you please do me one different and one better? Can you up my pay a little bit? I'm doing 100 times, and you show your proofs and how and why, when you got everything organized. He has no other thing to say, except, hey, I respect that. Damn, you really got my back. You know how, man, listen, I'm always the one with the ball. These years that I've been running around doing this podcasting thing and snatching honor, running with Leak Moss, with him dropping all his mixtapes, I've been there from the beginning to the end. And I have an understanding that no one is really the richest out here. And the richest that have honor, they don't have no problem with giving. You just have to meet them. You just haven't met them yet. But at the end of the day, I have understanding of something, and that's called patience. A lot of street guys, we don't have it. We don't have no patience at all. We carry it with total dishonor. We don't have patience. We're rushing everything. I learned that in this game here, you have to have patience. Look how much work I've put in. I put in more work than probably everybody that's on YouTube speaking in the same direction about culture. But this is why the Circle of Honor podcast has to come. Because at the end of the day, my goal now is to speak more than just poverty and streets, our community, our people are worth more than that. It's only because we bring up these current events of negativity. That's why we're always speaking of them. You hear me? And that turns our people on. Social media, black people, we are behind it 100%. We run it better than they do. And at the end of the day, we didn't have a class and they did. They got educated, sat down and learned to earn. We're still creating urns. Look how Shooter created the urn where people buy the CDs and the music off of him off a flash drive. And look how he created that. That was his creation all the way, 100%. You can't go against him, but ain't nobody going to give him his flowers. I guarantee if you go to 1,001 podcasts, man, they will not sit down and give Shooter his flowers for that. And he created a legal urn that some can say, hey, man, I created that. And you got to go ahead and now watch people get their transactions ran down on by the government and get taxes out of it. When he created it with the purest of honor. You guys are not carrying it with honor. If y'all learn something, y'all put it out there in the bigger world. Now you got all of the $1 million guys talking about it. And guess what's going to end up happening? The government is going to want to say, I want some of my earn. You hear me? That's what the government do. They will watch your accounts. They will watch everything that's going on with you. So when you hear Boosie spazzing out, he not spazzing out regular. He's spazzing out with the purest of honor. You are messing up what I have going on. Somebody could be writing off 10,000 saying they paid me 10 grand. I got to pay on it. And now look. And that's what y'all don't understand, because so many guys that's from the street that hasn't, done the business part of it, they haven't taken time out and said, damn, what Unc really going through, or what little cuz or big cuz really going through when it comes out of taxes. Because every year, if you're a millionaire, you're going to have to pay that millionaire tax bracket. You see where I'm coming from? And I'm pretty sure any millionaire tell you, I do not want to pay that tax bracket. I don't want to do it. The reason why I don't want to do it is because I'm being robbed. Have you ever been robbed? Well, when you go stealing from someone, the way you done it, it makes it feel in the heart like a robbery, a pure robbery. You cannot, I repeat, I wish I could have Boosie sit right next to me. That would be something that's big for me. Coming from the streets, coming from the negativity, coming from going to jail, fighting and beating the type of charges he didn't beat, not saying it's cool or third, but we come above that. I would love to see him in front of me, but I know some dudes, man, a check is important, man, and they got to take care of their family. So when I get there, I'm going to be calling on Boosie, because if he want that check, I'm going to give it to him, man. Shit, I'm the type of dude, right? This is my honor. I'm just not a millionaire, right? I'm the type of guy, man, if I had an M, my friend can have half the M. You hear me? And guess what? He makes sure he split that down half with his family, and I'll split it down with half of my family. That's how we always carried it. Me and little bro, we get checks from the music shit and getting from Instagram and YouTube and different little features that he get. We would break it down the middle, man, and always feed our families first. First. It's definitely a struggle out here. But guess what? To be wanted and accepted, y'all don't know me for being wanted or accepted for money. That's the honorable thing about this here. You don't know me for being accepted because of what I had. So the support I got, I respect it, man. And I wanted to let everybody know this with the purest of honor. Listen, we ain't looking for no handouts. But if you want to donate to the podcast, man, Stop Recycling Crime is the Cash App. Go ahead, carry it the way you want to carry it. We don't care if it's 50 cents. You know why? What we receive always been given back to the community. I could speak over 20, 30K cash that I gave. And guess what? My tax brackets and my brackets of cash is probably not that a year. Isn't that sad and horrible? And a lot of people are going to say, oh, they broke. Yes, we are. Yes, yeah. Hold on, pause, rewind. I'm not rich until I'm wealthy. You hear me? I'm not rich until I'm wealthy, man. Listen, the same problems that you go through, I gotta let everybody know this, because everybody get rich overnight. I go through. But guess what? I carry it different. I could pick up a brick and throw a brick at the penitentiary. But youngers, I'm telling you this. Be patient. A lot of y'all that are spinners or whatever they want to call y'all, or whatever y'all call yourselves, y'all have talent. Y'all don't use the talent in an honorable fashion, man. Y'all don't use the talent in an honorable fashion, man. And what ends up happening, you end up cooked in jail, man. Cuffed and stuff, man. Trying to figure it out. And guess what? I've been there. Where I've been on the trying to figure it out tip, like how I'm going to get out. There's only one way to go, and that's the trial. Or if you want a case by yourself, plead out. I said the cat, I didn't do anything wrong. Hey, the guy said the mutt said I had this, and I'm going away. And guess what? It's only a couple years. Hey, I'm going to stand on that and go. And honestly, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that if you're by yourself on the case. But there's definitely something wrong with it if you got a list of other individuals that's on the case with you that is telling you, hey, that's not what I'm looking forward to do. We're going to trial. My rights was violated. Because every charge, everybody who's been arrested, so you have a right to always go to trial because something in there they didn't do correct. You see what I'm saying? That's illegal. It's like you done something illegal and you're getting held accountable for it. They have done something illegal and they'll be held accountable in court by not sending you behind to jail for the rest of your life if you fight back. I just wanted to put them pointers in and I wanted to tell homeboy who was Boosie cousin. If you didn't mean it, man, call back to that boy, man. Get with grandma. I'm going to tell you who you get with in the family. That's how all my cousins stayed living. I'm going to keep it a stack. The ones that have stole from me and done things to me that was of dishonor, I'm going to keep it real with you. Grandma kept things alive with everybody. It wasn't until she died people even started expressing how they felt. You see where I'm coming from? So go to your grandma, man. If that's your cousin or whoever's the great grandma, the grandma, whoever loved you the most, you go to her, man, and see if you and Boosie can have a conversation because maybe what he was saying about the drug addiction really tore you down, boy. I don't look down on nobody. I never done heroin or cocaine and none of that type of stuff, right? But I done done a lot of other drugs, and I'm going to say, like, drugs can really take your life. You know, like, y'all got to understand, drugs is killing everybody. I just found out recently that my mother died from the fentanyl. And that lady never took an ounce of fentanyl in her life. You hear me? So somebody had to put it in something that put her in a position where she didn't wake up. So when you're dealing with drugs and you're dealing with family, try to go ahead and disassociate yourself from people. I look at it like this, you know, and it's how I always was with my mother. If I could help her, not with money, but with food, clothes, and things of that nature, I'm going to do it. If I could say, yo, go ahead. All I need is what I used to tell my mom. Look, go ahead, go to rehab. Once you get in rehab, I got you because I know you're going to carry it. I just want you to be together for your grandkids. She never made it to that point. So when you're dealing with family members and you're dealing with drug addicts and stuff like that, sometimes you got to go ahead and take that hit, man, if your family. And, you know, me, I'm big for not putting it out there, though. I'm big for not putting it out there. The time I was big on the pain part, you know, got to bring them the pain. They stole. I got to get some type of retribution. But, you know, we older and we grown-ups now. You know, a person has to transgress violently for me to have to carry that. Stealing causes for some type of dishonor, but it's like, in life, I haven't given out a lot of passes. So why can't I just go ahead and give out this one? I'm King Earner from the Honor Your Life campaign. Sometimes you got to give out a pass. And if you're not giving out the pass, you know, you got to take whatever come with that. Because grandmom, you still got to see grandmom. And grandmom ain't going to like that. My grandmother would tell me about my cousins that was out of pocket. I had a cousin who used to steal from me all the time, 24/7. But I always knew and I was getting to it a little bit. So it was like, She said, baby, don't do nothing to him until grandmom leave here. You hear me? Grandmom, you know, I can't, come on now. Don't you do nothing to that boy until grandmom leave here. And you know, I understood it, but I didn't understand it. Like, grandmom, let me get him now. But as we mature and we grow and our paper grow, we get an understanding. If you cross me about some paper, you lost me. And guess what? That 10,000 that he got, he gonna keep needing a 10. He gonna need another 10. He gonna need another 10. He gonna need another 10 because that Dizzo ain't gonna honor him right. I had a friend that died from it. You hear me? That WAP, that dope is a different joint, man. Listen, and it's not to knock nobody down, but I remember being in jail and it was like a drug program, the options program at Pick. I'm a young boy, got certified. I'm in Pick, got the drug program. I'm out early on them. But I'm watching the videos in the drug program. I said, man, I'm glad I never done no heroin, man, or no crack, because the things I see, the extremes I've seen people do. Now, that's not to say that the other drugs ain't have us going in extreme madness, but it's like it kept your honor intact. Like, I ain't taking from cousin. 50 of a million months out here. You mean to tell me I'm going to take from Cuzzo? Especially from where he from. They getting to it on them move around tips. So if you really got something to steal, you could have stole all from the people that probably steal from you all the time. You see where I'm coming from, where I'm getting at? We got to come away from the streets, youngins. We got to go a different route because ain't nobody winning in the streets. The few that are winning are on their way out of the streets legally too. I'm proud of, listen to me, you'll be surprised of a lot of our brothers that either went to jail, still came home to their role, invested it, or never been to jail, got their role and invested in it, and they coming away from it slowly but surely like, man, my re-up, that re-up was the last re-up. Kinger and alive and direct. I salute the generals worldwide, all solid men, carried with the purest of honor, a circle of honor. No kittens allowed, live and direct. Boom!